shortly after the release of an audio recording this past Saturday morning of a conversation that allegedly included
stakeholders, coaches, governors, and general managers. Those are the people calling all the shots. Many WNBA fans are calling out the referee problem, and they are demanding answers and they are demanding changes. It seems like a lot of them are kind of being told what to do. There are other people pulling the strings above them. What actually happens is that we have a competition committee for stakeholders, coaches, governors, and general managers, and that competition committee is the committee that dictates the state of the game. Officiating in the WNBA became as hot button of an issue as any. Heated debates surrounding the league's physicality dominated the headlines, particularly when Indiana Fever star rookie Caitlin Clark was subject to several intentional fouls. The referees who were refereeing the Fever and Liberty game, that one of the referees seems like his only experience was actually refereeing high school games.
If the WNBA is not rigged, they're doing a great job of making it look like it's rigged. Because if you guys didn't see the referees literally, they made a bad call. And if you guys have ever played sports, you know that like when a referee knows they've screwed up, they will do everything they can to not talk to the players. They are running away from the Indiana Fever players. As you can see, like it's not just Caitlin Clark, it's Sophie Cunningham. And he's like, no, I'm not looking. No. And you know bad refs, because again, I live in a country where there are good refs and the good refs know who they are, but the standard of refereeing is absolutely shocking. And like I've seen referees be talking to coaches, and then mid-conversation, just when they know they're in the wrong, mid-conversation just turn around and start ignoring players. If it wasn't for the fact that the WNBA is a professional sports league, this would be funny if the WNBA was not a pro sports league. Straight up. It would be funny.
We're working with WNBA owners that also own NBA teams, and then more broadly, the NBA owners on what the right valuation of WNBA teams are going forward, what the best way is to operate that league. It's very integrated now with the NBA. There's aspects over time under Commissioner Engelbert's direction where they're still fairly integrated. They share the same office space with the NBA, but under her direction, we've added some separate departments, like for example, where they're doing their own marketing right now. They have their own basketball operations department. So it's a balance of things, but I'd say we're collectively looking at all those issues, figuring out the right way to operate going forward.
The WNBA has just been rocked to its core, and this time, the shockwave might be too big to silence. A bombshell audio recording has leaked online, and the person reportedly behind the leak, none other than NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. According to multiple sources, this wasn't some accidental drop, it was intentional. And in this recording, more than 30 WNBA referees are being scrutinized for possible corruption, all with one name sitting squarely at the center of it: Cathy Engelbert, the current commissioner of the WNBA. For years, fans have voiced frustration about officiating in the WNBA. Missed calls, no calls, blatant contact ignored. But now, it appears those complaints may have had more weight than anyone realized. This leak isn't just about a few bad calls or referee mistakes. It's about something deeper: manipulation, favoritism, and a network of off-the-books perks and payments allegedly used to control outcomes. The recording claims referees were quietly compensated with consulting fees, luxury travel perks, and post-game bonuses, all tied to game performance and controversial decisions.
Kelsey Plum is pissed off. And she's pissed off because she's not getting the foul calls that she believes other players in the league are getting. And let's go to the tape. I want you to see this because I love it when an athlete gets to the point of righteous indignation. When an athlete says, I'm going to be fined and I realize that and I don't care. I got to get this off my chest. I'm ready to listen. And believe me, Kelsey Plum has some things to say.
I understand this, but I drive more than anyone in the league. So to shoot 6 free throws is absurd. And I got scratches on my face, got scratches on my body, and these guards on the other team get these ticky-tack fouls, and I'm sick of it. I get fouled like that every possession. Ricky gets fouled like that in the post all the time, and they don't call it. 6 free throws. I'm playing 40 minutes, touching the paint almost every play is absurd. I'll get fined for that, and that's fine, but I mean, and I needed to make more shots like late game, but I mean, they're fouling the out of me every single play.
They're fouling the shit out of her on every single play. Scratches on my face, scratches on my body. The other team gets these ticky-tacky foul calls. She said she prays before the game. She's nice to the referees. What does this woman have to do? She's a former number 1 overall pick in the WNBA. She's a former 6th woman of the year. 3-time All-Star. Kelsey Plum, I don't know. Some people are reading in between the lines on this about her complaints about the officiating. Is there more to it? Is she trying to make a bigger statement about a league-wide problem? I don't know.
And where did those perks come from? The top, from Engelbert herself. But it gets worse. The leaked audio suggests the entire system was set up to elevate specific players and suppress others. And one name repeatedly caught in this mess is Caitlin Clark, the league's biggest draw, most watched player, and arguably its most abused. Despite setting ratings records, selling out arenas, and creating unprecedented buzz around women's basketball, Clark has somehow found herself on the receiving end of some of the worst officiating the league has seen in years. Game after game, she's shoved, bumped, and targeted, with referees turning a blind eye. Let's talk about the now infamous game between the Indiana Fever and the New York Liberty. With just seconds left on the clock and the game hanging in the balance, Caitlin Clark receives the ball, sets herself, and makes a move clear contact. Crowd erupts, no whistle. The Liberty win. The Fever walk away stunned, and fans across the country are left asking one question. Was this really just a missed call or something planned? Even Clark's head coach, Stephanie White, is no longer staying quiet. After a string of games where Indiana saw a shocking -30 free throw disparity, White called out the officials directly, saying, "The disrespect for our team has been unbelievable." This isn't frustration. This is about something that feels bigger than basketball. And then there's Aja Wilson, who according to the leak is the league's hand-picked face. In one game against the Fever, Wilson had more free throw attempts than the entire Indiana team combined. Every time the Fever made a push, a whistle slowed them down. Every run was disrupted. This wasn't coincidence. According to the leak, it was orchestration. Wilson, as great as she is reportedly receiving the full backing of the league's leadership not just in marketing, but in-game advantages. Meanwhile, Clark, the player actually driving record ratings, is being left exposed. But here's what the WNBA didn't expect. The fans noticed. While Wilson's most recent nationally televised game brought in only 100,000 viewers, Clark's lowest-rated game this season, over 580,000. The gap is massive. The fans know who they're tuning in for, and it's not the player the league is forcing down their throats. They want fairness, they want competition, and more importantly, they want transparency. Now, here comes the most dangerous part: sports betting. With legalized betting surging in popularity, a single foul or lack of one can swing huge amounts of money. The leaked audio hints that referees may have had financial motives tied not only to favoritism, but possibly to betting outcomes. We've seen this before. Years ago, an NBA referee was caught manipulating games for betting partners. If it happened in the NBA, why not the WNBA? And yet, Engelbert has remained completely silent. No press conference, no denial, not even a vague statement reassuring fans. For someone at the heart of a scandal this large, her silence is deafening. If the accusations aren't true, why hasn't she come forward to defend herself? The pressure is building. Sponsors are nervous, players are confused, coaches are frustrated. And now, more fans than ever are demanding that Adam Silver and the NBA step in and take control of the WNBA before it collapses under the weight of this growing controversy. Make no mistake, the WNBA is at a tipping point. If it continues to ignore the concerns of its fans and players, it risks losing everything it has built over the last decade. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark, or Aja Wilson, or even Engelbert. This is about the future of women's basketball, a sport that has finally broken through into the mainstream, only to now be threatened by internal corruption. There is still time to clean house, investigate the officiating, and rebuild trust. But that window is closing. The league can no longer afford to remain silent, hoping the storm passes. The truth is out. The fans are watching, the media is watching, and the next move will determine whether the WNBA rises stronger or crumbles under its own silence. This story